Hi there, this is Layla with intentionalmating.com and Boo Boo's Babies, the first of what we hope to have future litters of naturally bred, holistically supported animals. Boo Boo is a 4-year-old mini Aussie tricolor, and Ernie is an F1 Sheepadoodle, 1 year old. It was a long time coming since I've had Boo Boo for 2 years and wanting to breed her. I knew she would be a really good mama just because of how she is, and she proved me right. Thank you, Boo Boo. A few things about these dogs that is important to know, different from other breeders that are around, and I'm sure that if you talk to your vet or if you talk to some of these traditional breeders, you're going to get a difference of opinion, and that's okay with us. We want these dogs to go to homes where the owners are educated about the pros and cons of a species appropriate diet, of vaccinations, and of early castration of the animals and how it affects their developmental, hormonal, endocrine, and their body systems. It's really important to understand these choices that you need to make for your animal's long-term health and for the enjoyment of the animal and keeping also the vet bills down. My goal with my animal is to raise her as close to the way nature intended. Obviously, she's not a wild animal, but giving her a diet that most simulates what a coyote, a wolf, or a fox might eat in the wild is what I aspire to. And that is what has kept any animal very healthy, is be eating the things that are already there in nature. And I have a list of the things that Boo Boo eats. There's a variety, and it kind of depends on where we are in the country, what's in season and locally available and clean and as naturally raised. In addition, there are some foods that you can get from boutique pet stores, and we'll list those. And then I highly encourage you to do some more homework if you're not familiar with raw feeding, if you're not familiar with a species appropriate diet for your dog and cat. It will give you the most healthy, robust animal. You will have no tooth problems. You will have no issues with their coat, with allergies, with any of the things that people are starting to see a prevalence in. It really balances out the animal and gives them an advantage, which is how we're starting these little guys out as well. That said, there's other decisions you'll have to make about when and if to vaccinate your animal, which is why I've listed some resources for you to do some research of your own. That's a decision you'll want to make on your own. And we just want you to have all the information so that you can make an informed decision about when and if you vaccinate your animal. Rabies vaccines are required pretty much everywhere except for in the US. Funny enough, they're illegal in the UK. Go look that one up. That's your choice. The other thing is when and if to neuter or spay your animal. And I refer you to Mercola Pets, Dr. Karen Becker, tremendous veterinarian, has some really good information on that. And I'll also list that here so you can link to that video and you can watch it for yourself and make up your own mind as to when and if you want to have surgery on your animal and change the hormones and development of your animal at an early age, which I learned is actually not that beneficial to the animal and can cause some detriment to the animal. So do your homework on that. I'll leave you some resources to look into it. And I just want to provide as much platform for you to learn how to raise your animal naturally and keep them out of the vet's office. That's my goal. I don't want them near any other sick animals. I don't want them near any recently vaccinated animals with an attenuated virus that was created or altered in a lab and is shedding virus, and that can happen for up to 30 days after an animal is vaccinated, cats and dogs. So these will not be exposed to anything like that. And your choice on all these things. But we would love to see these animals continue to get a species appropriate diet so that they can maintain their high quality of immune system, you'll see their coats, and everything about them is just shiny and beautiful and luxurious coats. I always get compliments on Boo Boo's coat. Even though she's been nursing for 3 weeks and she was pregnant for 2 months, her coat is in amazing condition, and that speaks to her diet. And it'll be hard to find a vet who supports what we're suggesting because they're trained in traditional Western thought, which is to medicate, vaccinate, and feed them out of a bag, box, or can, which I don't even think humans or any animal should eat out of a bag, box, or can. If so, a very limited emergency type last resort. That's my personal view. But again, it's your dog. I'm not going to put any stipulations on what you can and can't do, but we would love to make sure that all of our new owners are educated in all these things and that they have informed consent as to what things can and affect the animal long term and are causing a lot more issues. And if you've owned an animal and had experienced allergies or autoimmune disease or cancer or tumors or all these things that I've experienced with my animals over the years, I can tell you that when I changed a diet, that made a huge difference right away. And then when I decided not to have surgery or any other kind of medical intervention unless it was absolutely necessary, which it hasn't been with Boo Boo. She is exceptionally healthy, thank God. So that's a little bit about the philosophy and about what we would like to offer to you. So it's a little different than you're going to find with other breeders. And we will never have more than one litter at once. We want to give mama 100% support all the time during the pregnancy, while she's nursing, and with the babies, just giving them lots of love and attention. And that's just the only way we can offer that, is to only have one litter at once. And I only have one female right now. So Boo Boo may have another litter in a year. But again, we want to fully support the mother and the babies and have the calmest, most well-adjusted, healthiest animals that we can possibly provide. That's the philosophy. If you are interested in one of our babies, please fill out the puppy readiness form questionnaire that we have on the site, and we'll be happy to get back to you right away within 48 hours. And you can put a deposit on one of the dogs, and then we're going to have a puppy draft where you get to select. We want people to be able to see them and experience a little bit more about the personality of the dog. They're all different. They're all so different, even from when they were first born, if you can believe it. And their colorings is changing. We don't exactly know how their coats are going to turn out, but they're changing a lot even in 3 weeks. So we want to give you a bunch of time to take a look at pictures and videos of them over the course of their development. And then at 6 weeks, we will have a selection day, and you'll be able to choose your dog. We only have 2 females. We have 6 males. So if you're interested in a female dog, you gotta get in line first. We're excited to offer these animals to you. Please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to give me a call. My name is Layla. Thank you for watching.